It was a dark and gloomy night, and a group of friends were on a camping trip deep in the woods. They had pitched their tents near an old abandoned cabin, and despite the eerie feeling that hung in the air, they were excited for a night of spooky stories and laughter. As they sat around the campfire, one of the friends, a man named Jack, suggested they explore the old cabin. The others were hesitant, but Jack insisted that it would be a fun adventure. They approached the cabin cautiously, noticing how it seemed to be in a state of disrepair. The roof was caved in, and the windows were boarded up. The front door was hanging off its hinges, and cobwebs were draped over every surface. As they entered the cabin, the air grew colder, and the hairs on the back of their necks stood on end. They noticed strange symbols etched into the walls and floors, and the furniture was covered in dust and grime. Suddenly, they heard a strange noise coming from one of the rooms. They cautiously made their way over, and as they pushed the door open, they saw a figure huddled in the corner. At first, they thought it was a person, but as they approached, they saw that it was something far more sinister. The figure was hunched over, its skin gray and mottled, and its eyes were completely black, devoid of any emotion. The friends tried to run, but the creature was too fast. It lunged at them, its claws scratching against the floorboards. They ran back towards the entrance, but the creature blocked their path. As they scrambled to find a way out, they noticed that the symbols on the walls and floors were starting to glow. The air crackled with electricity, and the creature let out a bone-chilling scream. Suddenly, the world went dark, and the friends found themselves transported to another realm. The air was thick with a noxious mist, and strange, twisted trees loomed all around them. The creature appeared before them, its eyes glowing in the darkness. It spoke in a strange language, and the friends realized that they were trapped in a nightmare from which there was no escape. They ran through the twisted trees, but the creature was always one step ahead. It seemed to be toying with them, taunting them with its terrible powers. As they stumbled through the darkness, they saw glimpses of other creatures lurking in the shadows, waiting to pounce. They were surrounded by a darkness that seemed to be alive, and they knew that they were in the presence of pure evil. Just when they thought all hope was lost, they stumbled upon a clearing. In the center of the clearing was an old, rusted gate. Beyond the gate, they could see a faint light, a glimmer of hope in the darkness. They ran towards the gate, but the creature was right behind them. They could feel its hot breath on their necks, and they knew that this was their final battle. With a surge of courage, they turned to face the creature. They fought with all their might, using whatever weapons they could find. The creature fought back ferociously, but the friends were determined to win. Finally, with a final blow, the creature let out a deafening roar and crumpled to the ground. The symbols on the walls and floors stopped glowing, and the world around them began to fade. As they emerged from the darkness, they found themselves back at the campsite. The sun was rising, and the birds were singing. It was as if the nightmare had never happened. The friends sat in stunned silence, staring out into the woods. They couldn't believe what had just happened. They had faced a creature straight out of a nightmare and had somehow managed to defeat it. They knew that they had been forever changed by their experience.